Okay, so how is a settlement split up? And what I mean by that is if you have seen lawyer ads on TV, they're always about people that are injured and they got a lot of money. And they always look normal, and yet they're telling you they got $1 million. Well, at the end of any case, even if the normal looking person is going to get $1 million, there's a split. Part of it is the split that the lawyer gets, and often that's somewhere around 1/3 of the recovery. In addition to that, the cost of the case have to be paid back. In Colorado, Texas, and Louisiana, where I'm licensed to practice, costs can be significant. For instance, if I have a complicated case that involves a product that is somehow defective, I'm going to hire an expert to testify to that. In addition, the other side's going to hire an expert to counter my expert. And then if the medical bills show a terrible injury that might last well into the future, I'm going to have to get an expert that can testify as to how much it's going to cost in present day dollars to pay those medical bills well into the future, say 30, 40, 50 years from now. Finally, if I'm representing someone who's a wage earner, or even a kid that's in school that's got a whole future in front of him, or did before they got injured, I might have to hire an economist to go in and testify as to the value of the lost wages of my client. Again, this gets very expensive very quickly. I've had cases, and most lawyers I know have had cases within the last 10 years where our expert expenses went up into the tens of thousands of dollars, even approaching $100,000 before trial. So when a case is settled, again, you get this person on TV that says, I got $1 million. In most of those situations, they're not telling you that they got $1 million in their pocket. They might just be saying, I got $1 million total. The lawyer's going to take 1/3. The experts have to be paid. The liens, which are things, give me an example. If someone had big medical bills and those medical bills were paid for by the Veterans Administration insurance because they served in the military and they have VA insurance, you have to pay the VA back. It's called a lien. They have a right to get their money back before you get paid. All these things have to be paid back. That's what happens at the end of a case. It can be difficult, it can be confusing. Your lawyer should tell you all about this when you start the case. They should tell you about things as the case progresses, and they should be sure at the end to explain to you why it's taking so long to get the case settled, especially if they're having to deal with a lien that exists by some federal agency, or if there's somebody that they're trying to resolve a lien with that you don't understand. They need to explain that to you as well. So I'm Chris Parks. I'm licensed in Colorado, and I live in Boulder. Thanks.